Hola everybody, it's Raquel from Play for Promise, and I wanted to discuss something that's pretty serious that's been more on the media and a topic of conversation with many people. I wanted to discuss sexual assault. Since the Me Too movement and the Brett Kavanaugh hearings, I've heard more conversations about how women often feel violated. And it's not just women, it's men as well. But more often than not, it happens to women. So you're probably thinking, okay, so what does this have to do with Play for Promise? Well, the thing is that the feelings and the culture around sexual assault and rape, unfortunately, can easily be normalized and okayed at an early age. How many times have you heard a little girl crying saying that boy hit me, and the response is maybe he likes you. If a boy hits a girl, oh, maybe you like her. You know, in that instant, we're literally normalizing violence to show that we like someone. And we're teaching little girls that it's okay to have their bodies violated because they're light. It really does send a message that's really not good to the well-being of either the boy or the girl, whoever was hit or what did the hitting. It sends a terrible message that it's okay, that violence is okay, that assault is okay. And this is something we have to be very mindful of. Any of us who work with kids, any parent, this is something to be mindful of. What the kids are seeing, hearing, observing, listening, watching, I mean, really does let them know what's okay in society, what's acceptable, if they're safe. So many times, you know, even me as a child, I had friends, guy friends, who would say things that I didn't like, that I felt like I was being violated, and I would say, hey, I don't like it, cut it out. And they would then start yelling at me, cursing at me. I even had teachers who I'd be like, this kid said something that made me feel really uncomfortable. I said something, and they're not stopping. And the teachers would be like, why are you making a big deal out of it? It baffled me. You know, and I would just end up like being a deer in the headlights, like, what? Like that, what? This, for real? Like, you're not even giving me a safe space to let me know that you know that it's okay for me to take a stand for my body, my boundaries. It's crazy. And it happens all too often. It really does. I mean, even in the music we hear, there are kids who may not be reading well, but boy, they can memorize some lyrics with some derogatory statements against women, and their parents think it's cute, and never have a conversation about how you respect women and how you talk to women. And also men, not just women, but, you know, men. We should be respecting each other, period. We should be respecting each other's space, period. And it needs to be taught early on. I am certified in pediatric massage therapy, and one of the things that we discussed in our class over and over again is making sure we respected the boundaries of the kids. We would not even think about doing any massage if the kids said, I don't want to. We have to get the okay from the kids because it's their body, their space, and we want to empower them. And that's what we have to do in society. We have to empower kids that their bodies, their space, their boundaries are to be respected by everyone. And if they feel violated in any way, shape, or form, they should be able to speak out against that person, that entity, and also be able to share it with people and say, I feel really uncomfortable. Create that safe space to have that conversation. And a lot of times that safe space isn't present. You know, there's a lot of blaming, there's a lot of shaming, and that's not okay. You know, the CDC did a study in 2012 showing that about 1 in 5 women have been sexually assaulted at one point of their lives. 1 in 5 women. And I'm sure those are just women who have said something. So the statistics is probably even more so, because a lot of women have been blamed or shamed. Men, not just women, my apologies. Men also have been blamed or been shamed if they've said anything. So they don't say anything anymore, and this is not okay. So we have to teach them early on. It's really important, parents. If you're a caregiver, you're a parent, you're a teacher, this needs to be a constant message. Let's empower our kids to, feel empowered. Let's remind them that it's okay to protect themselves and their boundaries and their space. So parents, please don't take this lightly. There's always an opportunity. There's always a teaching moment. And it's actually easier when you start teaching them when they're younger than waiting until they're older. Once you start teaching them younger to respect their boundaries and the boundaries of others, it's way easier as they get older. And have this continuous conversation. It's really important. So I hope this has been helpful. Thanks for watching, and let's keep our kids safe. Let's make sure that they feel empowered. So yeah, parents, caregivers, teachers, let's do that. And let's model it with how we allow others to treat us. Okay, so thanks for watching, and be well.